Oh, hello.
Hello, my exciting Keefs. My name is Patrick and welcome to Fun with First Names, where each week we look into the meaning, origin and some extra fun facts behind one specific first name. And this week we're looking into the first name of Anita. But before we begin, I just need to remind you all that my second book, The Original Names, Words and Everything in Between, Volume 2, is now available to pre-order. This is the long-awaited follow-up to my first book, The Original Names, Words and Everything in Between. It's more of the same stuff here, guys. More fun etymology facts broken into sections, into easy to read and easy to understand parts. Go read it, go pre-order it, it's really good fun. If you enjoy these videos, then you'll definitely enjoy that book. In fact, if you enjoy these specific Fun with First Name videos specifically, you'll really enjoy this book because there's a whole section on just first names on there. Go check it out. I won't say too much more. There should be links down below. However, it'll be really great if you searched word origin book on Amazon and then scroll to the non-sponsored section of the book there, because that really helps out Amazon's algorithm and it helps other people discover the book. So go do that if you can. That'd be amazing. Go check it out. Go do what you need to do. Thank you all so much. And I want to say a huge thank you to Fruit Gushers who became a patron the most recent week. Becoming a patron helps out in the best way possible. It helps this channel amazingly. Just $1 a month gets you loads of extra goodies, including ad-free videos, a chance to say what names get explained, and extra content like a podcast and a blog post, a weekly blog post, and a monthly podcast. Really good stuff. Go check that out too. Go do what you need to do. It'll all be down below for you guys. Cool? Cool. Anyway, on with today's name of Anita. And when I say the name Anita, the name of Hannah probably won't come to mind. They're not all that similar. However, that name of Anita is actually just another form of the name Hannah. Well, kind of. I say form, it's probably more of an evolution of the name Hannah than a form unto itself. They're not one and the same. There's a long progress that got Hannah to Anita, and we're going to cover that now. And this evolution started with the Hebrew name of Hannah. And even though it's pronounced Hannah, I checked for it's pronounced Hannah, it's spelled CH. So maybe in the past, I probably would have pronounced it Shana. And maybe I did in a previous video, who knows. But yeah, this is where the name really begins, Shana. And this name of Hannah, Shana, however it says, this means grace or favor in the Hebrew language. And then it was this name of Hannah that evolved into the name of Anna. That's A-N-N-A. And at first, once again, Hannah and Anna don't look that similar, but you see Anna just tucked away right in the middle of, so I'm doing that to emphasize brackets, like there's Anna here, Hannah on either end. You can see the name Anna right within Hannah if you just look for it. And the name of Anna is already much shorter than Hannah, but some people saw Anna and you know what they thought to themselves? They thought, see those 4 letters? That could be shorter. Let's make that shorter. So they did, and that became the name of Anna, just A-N-A. Anna, just that, just simply that. Thought Anna wasn't short enough of 2 A's, let's give it just 1 N. And 2 A's, just 1 N, 2 N's, 1 N, you get the gist. And it seems that it was this 1 N version of Anna that became popular in countries such as Spain, Portugal, Slovenia, Bulgaria, Romania, and Croatia. And what I found interesting about this, that's quite a wide distribution of this name, and there isn't really much that connects these places. I guess minus all being former Roman Empire places, but there's some Romance language places there over in Iberia. However, there's also a lot of Slavic languages all the way over in the Balkans, like being popular in like Romania and Bulgaria and Croatia. That's more Balkan. That's interesting, isn't it? But I wonder what made that spelling popular in those 2 parts of the world. Although Romanian, of course, is a Romance language as well, despite being all the way over in Eastern Europe. Fun fact, probably talk about that another time. Anna with 2 N's, however, is more popular in Germanic languages, so like here in English, Germany, obviously, Dutch, but also in places like Scandinavian, Swedish, and Nordish, Norwegian, and Icelandic, those sort of languages, all very popular. Also Italian and Greek, the 2 N spelling is popular as well. Like I said, very strange. Italian is, of course, the Romance language, more or less. It's the closest to Latin, some would like to argue. So what other Romance languages use 2 N's? What 1 N? What others use 1? I wonder what French does. I don't know what French does. French probably just does its own thing. But yes, there seems to be a geographic and language barrier between using 2 N's or 1 N of the name Anna. But this video is about the name of Anita, and Anita is also quite popular in places like Spain and Portugal and Croatia and Romania, etc. So it should come as no surprise here that Anita is actually a variation of the A-N-A spelling of Anna, as opposed to the A-N-N-A spelling of the name Anna. They couldn't make the A-N-A spelling of Anna any more shorter, so they decided to make it longer and cuter. And this is something we've seen in language before, and it's called a diminutive. And a diminutive is when we make a name longer but more affectionate sounding. We do this all the time, and the best example I always go with is Tim and Timmy. Even though Timmy is longer than Tim, it's more affectionate, and Anita is a diminutive of this ANA spelling of Anna. And then from here, Anita became a popular name unto itself. So it went from that Hebrew name of Hannah to Anna with two N's to Anna with one N to Anita, and that's a really impressive evolution of a name. I think so anyway. And it reminds us all just how interconnected these names can be at points. Though I hear some of you saying, Patrick, isn't this exactly the same as your Hannah Anna video? And to that, I say yes. Yeah. Yes, exactly the same basically, but each their own. It's also worth mentioning that Anita is a popular name in Sanskrit and Hindi too, so the name Anita has become popular in some South Asian nations like India and Sri Lanka as well. In fact, when I went to Sri Lanka, one of the people I knew, she was doing the cooking where we were staying, was called Anita, and she made some very good rice and curry. But it's just worth mentioning that, so I'm just thinking of Sri Lankan rice and curry now. If you know, you know. Oh, very good food. But this version of Anita, it seems to come from the same origins. From what I could gather, it still means grace and favour, like that original Hannah name did as well. So it exists, it's worth mentioning it, but it's not an altogether different name, like when we looked at Naomi being in Japanese and Naomi in Hebrew. It's not one of those weird coincidences. It's all the same name, it's just picked up traction all across the globe. However, Anita really isn't that popular anymore, at least stateside anyway. The name Anita is not in the top 1,000 girls' names in the USA. The last time it was in 2004. It was the 907th most popular girl's name. It hasn't been seen in the top 1,000 since then. However, this name was hugely popular in the 50s and 60s in America. I don't know what happened there to justify that, or why it dropped off so dramatically, but let's bring the name Anita back. Let's do it. Famous Anitas include the likes of Anita Ekberg, a famous model and actress, Anita Baker, a famous soul singer, and Princess Anita, were a member of the Dutch royal family. Anitas are everywhere, it would seem. But anyway, that's just about everything you guys need to know about the name Anita. But what are your thoughts with this name? Do you like it? Do you dislike it? Do you know anyone with the name Anita? Are you called Anita yourself? Let me know down in the comments below. And of course, I just want to share some of the thoughts you guys had on last week's name of Maya. Mia? Maya? Mua? Who knows? Randy Van Halen said, a famous fictional Maya is Maya the Bee. There was a children's animation show about her. I believe it's originally from Germany, but not too sure. And I used to watch it a lot as a kid. You know, I've heard of Maya the Bee. She seems to be a big deal all across the world, but she doesn't seem to be that big deal here in the UK. So, haven't really heard of her. And some people said she was Japanese in origin. She is German in origin. I double checked. Randy, you are correct. She is German in origin. Kind of heard of Maya the Bee, but not massively successful here, I'm afraid. But Europe makes some good cartoons. Like, there's lots of popular cartoons and comic strips that come out of Europe, like Popeye. No, Popeye's American. What are we talking about? Tintin, Popeye, Potato Salad. Tintin's great. I'm big fan of Tintin. God, my start came out quite badly then. I'm gonna stop talking now. 95 Joppa said, Maya is also the name of a dinosaur, the Maiasaurus. The name means a good mother lizard. I think because at the time we thought that was the only dinosaur taking care of their young. We didn't know all dinosaurs were basically good mothers, as they are ancestors of birds. That's really interesting. I'm a big dinosaur fan, so to hear that there's a dinosaur with the name Maya, it compels me to maybe use the name Maya in the future. Like, if I have a kid and call them Maya, I'd be like, you're named after a dinosaur. Like, that's pretty cool. And X_ said, my favourite meanings of the name are Maya he, Maya ho, Maya hi, Maya ha hi. Not gonna do it. I see what you're trying to do there, but not from this guy. Go suggest some names down below for next week's episode, and I'll pick 3 of those to put in a Patreon poll exclusively for my patrons to vote on. So if you enjoy the channel, want to help support it, and have a say in what names we explain, then please do consider becoming a patron. I talked about this earlier at the start of this video. Patreon helps out in a huge way, but also if you don't want to support on a monthly basis and do a one-time support, go buy the book. It won't be as much. It costs a bit more, but it's a one-time payment, and you get an awesome book in return. How cool is that? Origin of Names, Words, and everything in between. Volume 2. Link down below. Search Word Origin's name, Word Origin book in Amazon. Sorry, Mango, my publishers, they tell me to do that. We're getting there. We're getting there. I'm quite good at writing books. I'm not very good at marketing books, I'm afraid, but you guys should hopefully be awesome enough to go get it, and you're smart enough to figure out how to go find that book anyway, so go do what you need to do, go be kind enough to go buy it. You get the gist. Cool. But anyway, that's more than enough for myself. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where you can find me at NameExplainYT, and don't forget to go join the Facebook group, Friends of Name Explain. Okay guys, take care.